Welcome to On the Greens. Yes, we are here on the Greens at the Mananga Golf Club. In this episode, we have a look at the Epilepsy Golf Day taking place here at Mananga. We also have a look at the big game parks happening down at Ngonyeni. Before wasting any further time, let's have a look at this parkland golf course here in Mananga.
Mananga Golf Club is located in Janeni in the Lubombo region, a highly recommended golfing destination in the Kingdom of Eswatini. The 18T 9-hole golf course with its greens in pristine condition often has wildlife wandering across it. Playing at a distance of 5,977 meters from the men's tee and 5,231 meters from the ladies' tee makes this parkland-style course playable in just less than 4 hours. Opened on the 18th of September in 1973 by the General Manager of the Commonwealth Development Corporation, Mr. Maynard Hagen, marking this month of September its 45th year of existence. It's evident inside the club's boards that the Mananga Open Championship is dominated by club members who have made sure the trophy stays home from the 70s till date, with Austin Jabulani Mabaso a prominent feature. The clubhouse has the feel of a comfy log cabin, and it has the ability to seat 100 to 120 people comfortably, and has a full-service bar and an outstanding menu with a great selection of appetizers, main courses, and desserts. Golf facilities offered include a practice green to get the greens feel on point, with a well-marked driving range right next to the 9th and 18th hole. Teeing off from the first can prove a daunting test for the most patient of players, as they are faced with a tree-lined, dog-legged par 5. With strategically placed bunkers kept in good conditions, and the flat, well-manicured fairways make for gentle bounces and are also very forgiving. The course demonstrates the diversity and beauty of the natural terrain with its tree-lined design. Playing the unforgettably challenging fairways and bunkering requires a deft touch off the tee and on the approach. From tee to green, strategy will be the order of the day on the stunning par 72 playing field.
What an interesting 9-hole golf course they have here in Mananga. Very flat and playable. Right now, I'm off to play the most difficult hole here in Mananga with resident golfer Jabulani Mabaso. The hole is right there. Come with me, let's have a look at what went down. Last time I was here, we were doing a special 50-50 program with the national team player Jabulani Mabaso. Today, we're here back again in Mananga Golf Club to play the most difficult hole. Jabulani Mabaso, welcome to On the Greens.
Thank you so much, Taribo Pembe.
Thank you very much. We're here today, they said you are a resident pro golfer here, I may say. You know this hole very well. It's a stroke 1, it's hole number 3. Tell us, why is this hole the most difficult hole here in Mananga?
Oh yes, it's stroke number 3 when playing from the first 9, which is hole number 3. And it becomes different when you come from the second 9.
Okay.
Reason being, when you're playing here, there's a bunker in play.
For the first
from the
first
first,
nine.
yes.
Yes.
There's a bunker in play, and an attractive marula tree that is always it's always on the
Yes, I
line.
can see the tree right in front of you.
Yeah, so it makes it tougher for you to drive off the tee box, because now you've got a target. You got to miss the bunker on the right,
Mm-hmm.
and at the same time you don't have to go too far left because they're out of bounds.
Okay.
So it channels you to be more accurate, be at the center of the two to make the fairway.
So the out of bounds is actually because now there is a fence there and there's a road going to the shopping complex.
Definitely.
So if I hit it hard enough, I can go
You're
to
going
the road.
through because you were trying to run away from the bunker.
Yes.
It's most likely that you catch the road.
Okay.
But then when you're playing from that side, the bunker it's out of play. You just have to carry it easily.
Right.
Yeah.
Looking at the scorecard as well as the distance, it's a par 4, but it's only 363. So
Yeah.
basically it's a short hole, short par 4.
It's a short par 4 without
Okay.
the wind, I would say.
Okay.
Because if you're against the wind, it's something else. Because Mananga wind,
Yeah.
it can pump up to, ridiculous distances.
All right. Because as I stand here, I can see the flag is directly straight on my line,
Uh-huh.
but the course is on my left.
Uh-huh.
So it's basically a turning course.
It's a dogleg right
Yeah.
hole. And at the right, at the left, there's a problem.
Yes.
Which
the
is
out
the
of bounds.
boundary, yeah.
Then there's the boundary.
So for you to play this, this hole easier, aim for the bunker.
Yeah.
Hope to miss on the left. Then you'll be happy.
Okay. Club selection.
You need a
I've got
driver.
today here.
Very good club selection.
Yeah.
You need a driver to take it away.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a long way.
No problem. I'll let you
Take
show
it
us
off
the way
first.
so that I can see the tricks.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem.
No problem, Taribo.
Jay, I find myself trapped in the fairway bunker that you're describing, which is a hazard from your tee box. Out of bounds, it's a bunker. So unfortunately, I'm caught here. So this is a fairway bunker.
It's a fairway bunker.
Yeah.
For me, I'll always say
Yes.
half a loaf is better than nothing, because out of bounds, you are going
Yeah.
to lose a shot.
You still have a shot here.
You find here.
Yeah.
And the challenge that you have now is that indigenous tree in
Yes,
front of you.
you've got a tree, two
Yeah.
trees actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So-
So from the bunker, you need to clear these trees to be safe.
definitely.
If you don't hit it well, you catch these trees.
You catch the trees, and if you catch the trees, you'll have another shot not to get on the green.
Yeah.
So that's going to make it tough for your four, remember?
Okay. Okay.
So what you need to do now,
yeah.
try by all means to be over the tree.
Okay.
Fly the tree, be that side, then you can try a
Good
par.
try. All right.
It's a good distance. It's within 110 meters.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's quite good.
100 right there.
Yeah, it's quite good.
All right. Let me play my second and see what I can do.
All the luck.
So Chablan, tell me, you play here, you've been playing here most of the time.
For
How
sure.
long have you played this course?
To be honest with you, I'll say 11 plus
11 plus years.
years
Yeah.
playing here.
Yeah. So you played every weekend?
At some point, I used to play like every 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
but now due to work, I'll only come once a month.
Okay.
Yeah, provided I had that time.
Your best score here, because I know at the clubhouse when I went in, there's that brown board with the names of people there.
Yeah,
There's a chamber bus or somewhere that I've seen there.
several times.
So yeah, your best score in this course, what was it?
My best score in this course was 67.
Okay.
That was a 33 and a 34.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I have 6 championships,
6 championships.
club championships
Yeah.
here, and a number of opens. I think they 3
3 open.
open championships.
Okay.
So yeah,
So
It's-
that's why you are the one who's going to describe this hole for us, because
for sure.
when
for
you
sure.
play it, you just destroy this hole.
It's just a walk in the park. It's just a walk.
Yeah, now that was a great drive, eh?
Thank
Over
you
the
so much.
bunker. You here? That's a good one.
It was.
Luckily, you missed the trees. I can see these trees are. This one is almost off the fairway.
Yeah.
This one is right in the middle of the fairway.
fairway.
That's the challenge as well.
Yeah, terrible. If I was playing off the tee box and somebody was to watch there and just go, would say, yeah, that guy's gonna get a par.
Yeah.
But here, I have a tree in front of me. I've got branches hanging over.
Yep.
Although it was a beautiful shot, still I have challenges. There's a bunker on the left, and with these hanging branches, now I have to play a low shot.
Okay.
Which means a low shot has to come running on the green. But if I miss left, the bunker's going to catch me. So it's going to be tough for me to make a par now. Yeah. So that's where it comes to make it a stroke one. So now the shot I have to play, it's a low shot on the right.
Low shot, yes, because once you lift it now, you catch the branches up here.
I'm caught.
You're caught.
Yeah.
Let's let you play your second shot and see if you're going to get caught. Yeah, I can't believe I'm playing my fourth, but I'm still not on the green though. Yeah, it is a tough hole. So Jay, tell us, looking at the green, it's uneven, it's not that big, and you still have the bunker here. You know, when playing your approach, depending on where the flag pin placement is at,
yeah,
you know, you still have a challenge with the sloping, undulating green.
Yeah, it was designed to be part of the trick.
And it's lifted, it's a little bit lifted. As you can see, my shot was rolling, but it couldn't
get up.
You know, up because now you're in a hill.
Back in the days, Mananga used to be a very flat course. The greens used to be flat, and the caddies will always tell you straight putt, straight putt.
Yeah. Also, this was done purposely.
Purposely. So for you now, you got to do your studies very well in terms of the slopes and stuff. But the greens are running smooth, and they're fine and soft. It's a pity you didn't test the softness of the green, you didn't pitch on. But in terms of speed, it's medium fast. And for you to play a par, we both have to agree that you don't have to leave it short.
Okay, true.
Since it's the last shot.
I have to hold it.
Good luck.
Right. I'm doing my placing here. What's the placing in Mananga in general?
It's a grip land.
Grip land.
Yes, it's a grip land.
All over the course?
All over the course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So not the club there?
Not near the club.
Yeah.
Not near the hole.
Not near the hole.
Just the grip.
Just the grip.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. I'll just place mine here. And let me chip my 4 inside.
Directly time. Get up there. Get up there. It's a beautiful chip.
Okay.
Beautiful chip.
All right.
Okay. I've got I'll say it's a 13-foot pot.
Yeah.
And it's got influence of the slope from the right.
From the right, yes.
And from the left.
Okay, so more
and
in the
back of the cup. So it's quite tricky putt, and I have to hit it since that back of the cup slope will hold it back, will push it back.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be pushed down to the right a little bit. So for me, I'll go like 1 ball left.
1 ball left.
And a little bit positive.
I might say, coming off from winter, the greens are looking fairly good, eh?
Yeah, they've really worked hard on them.
Yeah.
And the roughs can tell you how dry they are.
Oh, yes,
and
yes. And when you come
comparing
to
the greens, it's
and
really
they feel
impressive
soft,
work.
They look soft.
They're very smooth.
Okay.
I'm happy about them.
Let's see if you can hold your birdie. Hopefully not, so that we can tie.
That will be a bonus. Birdie will definitely be a bonus.
I'll get the flag for you.
Thank you so much. It didn't hit, Jay. It didn't hit.
Right.
Yeah, the back slope has held it back. I can finish up for my par.
You can finish your par. Nice one. That's a par for you, as you said.
Yeah.
Okay. Now for my bogey.
Try. You need that bogey. Matches my par.
Of course. On a stable foot, you get it's a stroke one.
It's a stroke one. So that's a 4-2 for me.
Oh, 4-2 because there's 0.
Yes. Then it's a 5-2 for you.
So it
matches me. Yeah. Well done. Well done. I think I'll have to wait for another time to revenge. Not this time. I thought I caught you this time.
Yeah.
But
man. So we've played the most difficult hole here at Mananga. You've seen it. It is very tough and challenging from the tee box. You've got an out of bounds on your left, which has a road and a shopping center that side, so you need to mind your tee shot. You've got a bunker also just way off 150 meters, protecting your shot as well. Then your approach, as you saw, Jay's approach was just right under the tree, which he was lucky. Otherwise, you've got these two trees right on the fairway that are protecting
The green.
your second shot, the green. You know, you come to the green where we just played right now, you know, it's undulating, you know, sloping there, sloping there, sloping there. So depending on the pin placement, it's really a challenge. So Jay, I think it is a stroke one comparing to all the other holes that are here.
Yes, terrible. I'll agree with you, but all I'll say, you only got a fraction of it because there was no wind.
Okay.
With the wind, it's going to play even tougher than what it played
So
today.
there's usually wind, yeah.
Yes.
I know during the Open didn't even finish this year because there was wind and the conditions, and it was tough to play.
So with the wind plays even tougher because the distance it's no longer the 363 that we saw. It has to be more than that, and we usually get on the green later in time, and these slopes makes it tricky for you to hold it by one. So you got to get close. Most likely you catch bogeys. And
so the bogey that I got and the par that you got are actually good scores for this hole.
Perfect scores for this hole. It's the most perfect scores for this hole, I'll say, in any day. Yeah.
Right.
Tiger Woods, former #1, would always say a par is always good.
It's always good.
Yeah. So for you, a bogey here with a stroke, it's a par.
It's a par, yes.
And me,
I get 2 points.
a par without a stroke, it's a par.
Yes.
So that's it.
Right. Thank you for your time. It's been a pleasure. Any advice or invite for the golfers who come here, and those tips that you've given them that you can share to the golfers when they come visit Mananga?
Mananga has always been known as a flat golf course. We all know that. And I believe as golfers, we come into the golf course to play, but mostly to exercise, walking.
Okay.
So without the slope, anyone can walk. Despite how fit or weak you are, you can still walk 18 holes. Please, you're welcome to come play Mananga any day. And the golf course is looking pretty. It's no longer rough. The roughs are no longer rough as they used to be. So each time you feel like you're free, please golfers, come play Mananga. You're welcome.
All right. Thank you, Jay.
Anytime, Tariba.
My pleasure.
Cheers.
Coming up next is local highlights, which include the Epilepsy Golf Day that took place here in Mananga. Let's have a look at what went down.
The Business League hosted by the Mbabane Golf Club, being the third last championship game in the month of September. Sponsors Eswatini Post and Telecommunications playing against ERG. Playing for ERG, Cosmos Mtetwa and Peter Dlamini. For ESPTC, Bosco Dludlu and Stephen Mafuso. Playing the stroke 16 par 5 as the first hole, all 4 golfers approached the green with cautious strokes. Good chip on the green by Cosmo. Likewise, Bosco chips his closer to the hole. A good bump and rind by Steven Mavuso to give him a par putt. Off the putting surface, Peter Dlamini legs his putt close. Cosmos for par. Goes to the left of the hole. Bosco to win this matchup. Leaves it short. Steven's chance to win the hole. Too strong of a putt right there, but finishes it off for the half. On to the second tee. Styles Richards and Ephraim for ERG. Sive Dlamini and Nyaga Nyaga for ESPTC complete the team's 4-ball matchup. Having missed the par 3 green to the left, Nyaga Nyaga chips it onto the dance floor. From a little further, Siva Dlamini does the same. Ephraim's chip kicks badly on the putting surface and rolls right out off the green. Let's see Styles Richard's birdie attempt. Good roll, good attempt. Nyaga Nyaga coolly slots in his par for the hold advantage against Sive, who replies swiftly with his par putt as well to half. Styles easily taps his 3 and wins the hole. Ephraim to wrap up his play. Oh no, misses that and proves a tough hole for the lad. Right across on the par 3 hole 8, seniors playing against finance with the ever-present John Henderson. A tricky hole to play with all sorts of distractions up ahead. Henderson plays a good second that rolls and rests close to the hole. Let's see what sort of reply does the seniors member have. Good chip and a great bunker play. Trying to find the hole in 3, misses it 2 balls from his right. Henderson for par. Pulls that on left. Can both seniors slot their balls to win the hole? Another pulled putt right there. Leaves it all for the finance pair to win the hole. John slots in his bogey, so as his partner. Let's have a look at the league table with 2 games to go. Think beautiful fairways surrounded by wildlife. The Big Game Park's annual golf day took place at the luxurious Ngonyeni Golf Estate. It was the 3rd tournament hosted by Big Game Parks with 64 golfers invading the field. From the 8th, Wandile Ndombini partnering with Dave Takis. Jeremy Boyd partnering with Charles Bethel. After pulling his drive, Wandile plays his second as a layup. Jeremy Boyd clears the water, so is Charles. DJ clears the drink and partner Dave. Brilliant play by Jeremy, but Charles shanks and almost knocks off playing partners. Long putt by Dave. Looks good and just misses the hole. Wandile's down putt just turns right after the hole. Not enough pace by Jeremy. Dave Takis for 2 points. Unlucky putt. The big game parks did indeed provide a unique opportunity to combine golf with a truly authentic African experience. On to the short par 3 hole 11. OB Makwele, Ray Matonsi, Pumelele Mota, and Willard Mkanazi won 4-ball that was having fun. From off the green, Pumelele runs his strongly across the hole. Willard with birdie putt gets it close. Par putt for Matonsi. Oops, great attempt. He feels the disappointment. Mota to rescue a point. Good attempt. Obi Makwele with his anchored putter misses. They all tap in and move to the next hole. On to the scenic 18 hole. Teddy Vilagati partnering with Nicholas Vilagati. Sean Southgate playing with Bongani Mamba. Sean's tee shot found the drink and drops his second on the drop zone. Can he clear the Usutu River? Takes his time and plays a good shot just left of the hole. Nick's chip is not good enough. From way back off the green, Teddy strikes his closer to the pin. Sean for his 4, leaves it close. Nicholas for par, looking good, and drops it in. Excitement all round. Bongana gets it close and taps in his 2-pointer. Teddy for par, drops it in. And Sean rounds off his play with a 1-pointer. Winning the tournament at the end of the day was Muzi Makakula with a score of 47 points, while his runner-up Grant Goldstone carded 46 points. This is in Group A, as Group B was won by Brian Mabuza, who scored 47 points. Kim Nisbet was second on 46 points. Teddy Vilagati won the longest drive at number 12, as well as the nearest drive to the pin at number 7.
Big Game Parks is into the golf tournament. Tell us the objective of this tournament.
Okay, first of all, I would like to say thank you guys for actually coming through for the event. As Big Game Parks, this is actually our way of actually reaching to the corporate market, and also our way of actually playing the part in conserving. So the people that are actually playing here, it's just their way of actually helping us in conservation. As you know, that with Big Game Parks we deal mostly with our animals and making sure that nature is kept in place for our children in the near future and stuff like that.
Okay, you picked to have the tournament at Ngonyeni.
Yes.
Why Ngonyeni?
Okay, with that one, because this is our third year we've actually been doing this, so it has been a good business for us. It has been a good partnership in Ngonyeni, so those are the ones that we actually ended up dealing with.
So part of the animals you see around the golf course, are they a Big Game Park initiative?
Okay, for them, because it's a different farm from what we have, it's animals that you're just going to find here. They are the ones who are actually taking care of it, so they are not coming from our parks, so you find them here.
So there's no partnership between you guys and Ngonyeni to extradite animals to this side as well? You know, different kinds of animals. Maybe have zebras here and stuff.
If you find that, then they'll actually be roaming around on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as you can see, this is a farm, and with the animals, one thing that we always say that as you come through to any farm, you are actually the visitor, unlike the animals that we usually have. So there's a possibility you'll find a zebra.
Yeah.
We are not responsible for that. Ngonyeni is. So yeah.
Lidwala Insurance has maintained the 150,000 Emalangeni sponsorship for the Epilepsy Golf Day. Golfers on September 15 took to the greens of Mananga Golf Course for the Yellow Golf Day. The initial aim of the event is to promote epilepsy awareness and advocacy. We had a brief chat with title sponsor Mr. Madondo. Format of this year's event had a twist into it. An individual stable Ford combined with a team 4-ball alliance on certain holes. Very interesting.
Hey, Mr. Matondo, welcome to On the Greens. We are here today at Mananga Epilepsy Golf Day once again, and your company is in the forefront once again. Can you briefly tell us the history and the objective of Lidwala being part of this great initiative?
Thank you very much and welcome, Taribo. It is a good day for golfing today in the Lowveld, and we're happy with the turnout that has happened today. Looks like the tournament is fully supported. As Lidwala Insurance Company, we just want to recap that we've been sponsoring this tournament for the past 6-7 years. Okay. And the intention is to continue with the relationship. We would want to support the weather cause that epilepsy is doing in the country. Would like to help, with awareness. Would like to help the cause. Lidwala Insurance has been pumping in an average of 160 to 170,000 for the tournament every year, and it is our wish that we increase the sponsorship as we grow. Despite the fact that the operating environment can be bad, but we want to ensure the nation and epilepsy that Lidwala will continue with the sponsorship as long as Lidwala is a going concern.
Oh, awesome. Just a small recap on just what you said about sponsoring the tournament. Any special packages for the golfers that take part here in terms of insurance that they can tap into with Lidwala?
Obviously, we've got a wide range of insurance, personal insurances, household insurances, motor insurance and business insurance.
All-in-one insurance?
All in one, we are sponsoring, I think there's 2,000 for each and every hole.
Oh, okay.
If on each and every hole on the course today, there's a 2,000 if anyone gets a hole in one on any of them.
Awesome. Yeah.
So there is that insurance, but I would also want to say if anyone wants to take out insurance today with me, they can get a 10% discount.
Oh, that's great news.
Sure.
Representing Lidwala Insurance, Jethro, Said Juma, Cosmo Mtetwa, starting on the long par 5, a hole that was also marked as a team alliance, with all golfers also minding their individual scores. Without seeing the green, Juma plays a good shot behind a tree and rolls it well right onto the green. From off the rough, Cosmos plays a relatively good shot. Takes a putter off the fringe. Great touch from him. Said Juma fails to read his line and stroke well. Can Jethro slot this? That was close. Walks for the tap in. Oh no, misses it. Cosmos to finish off his par, drops it in. They all round off their close putts. At the par 4 stroke 1, team office nurse representatives Tata Dlamini, Tari Bobembe, Joseph Shiba, and Walter Sande, also playing 4-ball alliance on this hole. Dada plays a good bunker shot. Taribo for par, just short. Taps in the bogey. Dada Dlamini legs his attempt close. Walter with a good putt. Now that was close. Joseph's birdie try. Misses. Taps in the birdie. Playing for Team EPTC, Brian Mabuza, Jabulani Mbabaso, Sibusiso Shongwe, and Valentine Mazia. Sibusiso catches trees and still struggles to get clear. He's finally out of the woods. Jabulani plays his third shot off the dusty rough. So does Valentine and Brian. Jabulani wedges his perfectly from the rough close to the pin. Nice play. Good chip close by Sibusiso, while Brian's long putt is legged closer. Valentine for birdie, doesn't hit it enough. Oh, what a miss! Brian kicks the air in disbelief. Jabulani cracks with laughter. Shongwe slots in the par. Jabulani for his par. Oops, misses. Valentine wraps up his play.
Mr. Mahlalela, welcome to On the Greens. I think last time we spoke, we were outside the country in Dostrom, same event, Epilepsy Golf Day. Now we're here in Mananga. Why Mananga? Before you answer that, I think you are looking very smart and beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
You know that epilepsy is pushing the agenda for yellow,
Yes.
which means dress yellow, buy me yellow rose.
Yes.
I'm living with epilepsy.
Be visible.
Yeah, be visible, yes, because yellow, it shows sunshine.
Yes.
You know, it shows that, you know, something that is beautiful.
Yes.
Yes. That's why we are trying to remove the stigma from those people who are living with epilepsy, because there's a lot of stigma.
Most definitely.
Yes.
So we're here today in Mananga. This is the very first time this tournament comes here. Why Mananga?
As far as you know, we are trying our level best to move from A to B to C, but we decided to look forward for the areas that are very, very effective for people living with epilepsy. The low field is very, very sensitive. There are a lot of very, very hot. Even some trees who are trigger or having some problems to take the what you call it. Tihlahla letenda ukuthi tikwende maybe that ube there's a name lengikhohlwa kuyisho kuthi makuthiwa ubane is something like a rash or whatsoever. Yes, which means there are some other different type of these trees who are a trigger for those who are living with epilepsy.
Here in the low field?
Yeah, in the low field, which means in the low field there are the higher numbers of people who are living with epilepsy, which means that's why we decided to
bring the tournament here.
Yeah, and even to build a center.
Okay.
Yeah, at Eskupe, because it is a area that we decided to move from urban to
rural.
Yeah, to rural, where to make some meetings, conferences, etc., etc., or to meet these people who are living epilepsy in the low field. It's very difficult to go to Mbabane to meet the office, to have some, you know, that services.
Yes.
Yes, which means let's move down to the low field. Yes.
So the heat has an impact.
Yes,
with
highly impact.
With epileptic people.
Yes.
Yes. So it's kind of a strategic way to bring the tournament.
I think we're supposed to be in bigger, you know, numbers of companies to come and partake on this, but it was the change of government. As far as you know that there is the elections and so forth, which means. But I think we have a talk with Mr. Matondo at Lidwala that we must do this golf maybe for the twice a year, not even once, which means we can use the low felt and even the high felt. Yes.
And Mpumalanga is there. So that's
three
epilepsy golf day awareness in a period of a year. Yes.
We are doing that golf at Dustrum is our counterpart. We are sharing the information. We are trying to maybe to tell the public, to tell the nation, or to tell the SADC that the epilepsy is a big problem in SADC, not in Swaziland, Eswatini. Yes, it's Mozambique, Malawi, etc. Then we are trying our level best to advocate about this bad condition, which means there is a law of infrastructure or equipment, the workshops, the professionals, you know.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, not Eswatini. I'm trying to make it.
The whole region.
Yeah, the whole region. That's why we have to make this to advocate vigorously in order these big companies or big donors to put this money either to the government, the Ministry of Health in SADC, yes, and even to the organization as well, or even trying to put that fund maybe for the doctors, just to pay the doctors to come to Swaziland to do this
treatment,
yes, etc., or to extra, some drugs for epilepsy. A donation may be coming from, for example, for Brussels, going down to maybe to SADC. Then we distribute that drugs for those people who are on epilepsy.
That was very informative, Mr. Mahlalela, and hopefully your objectives, and your plans for the future, advocating and creating this awareness will grow bigger and bigger.
Yes, at the same time, I'm sorry, there is some WHO resolution which was signed on the 2015.
Okay.
Yes, which means there are some that resolution each and every country can report, because some resolution you care about that 8 or 10 or 15 or 16. Which one do you prioritize it maybe on your country?
Yes.
Which means the organization must write this report, go to WHO at Geneva, as even the Ministry of Health as well. Okay. We must at par. The report must not like Isafanani. It must be at par.
Yeah.
The 2018 International Pairs Golf Championship is proudly brought to you by Windhoek Lager. Omeya Golf Club in Windhoek and the third staging of the Windhoek Lager International Pairs, with the South African final taking place in the Namibian capital once again. It's the biggest event in the golf world for affiliated club players, with 24 South African teams arriving in Windhoek after making it through qualifying in their respective regions. At stake, the opportunity to represent South Africa at the World International Pairs Final in Portugal in November, with only the top 2 pairs going through to the finals.
We started 3 years ago and we had 164 events. In year 2 we had 274 events, and in year 3 we had 302 events across South Africa. We've had in the last season just short of 20,000 affiliated golfers participating. So the 48 players here at the bottom line has proved their mettle against almost 20,000 golfers in South Africa.
For the first time, the Windhoek Lager International Pairs features an additional Portugal spot up for grabs, with pairs from Zimbabwe and Namibia going head-to-head for that spot over the 2 days.
We actually try to expand into Africa. It's not always easy to do a competition of this magnitude in Africa, but we've started in Namibia, and we actually had 501 players playing in Namibia of the 1,200 members that they have in Namibia, which is actually quite a feat. And then we had Zimbabwe for the first time having qualifying events, and the 2 pairs, or the 1 pair won in Zimbabwe and the other pair from Namibia. So it's the first time they're taking part. One of the 2 pairs will go to Portugal.
So the Windhoek Lager International Pairs making headway in Southern Africa and doing its bit to grow the game of golf into the rest of the continent. But that's not all.
We've acquired the rights to the Las Vegas Transatlantic Challenge, which normally has also only been played between Europe and America. We are now busy getting an African team together to go to Las Vegas as well, to play in that competition.
I can just say one thing, it's just for us, it's exposure. Not only that, we run a very, very close relationship with Ian Stevenson from Windhoek Lager. They've been fantastic for amateur golf, not only in Namibia. This Windhoek Lager International Pairs has skyrocketed what they've done in South Africa. I mean, they've got over 300 qualifying events there, but just the fact that we are hosting 52 players, of which 24 teams are coming from South Africa, for us is exposure. We want the guys to be able to go back and say, listen guys, we played a proper golf course, we had a good time, and we enjoyed a 5-star experience at Omeya Golf Club. To day 2 we go, and the final round of the Windhoek Lager International Pairs.
Here, Namibia's Bertus Damon and Joseph Martin looking to extend their first round 11-point lead over Zimbabwe's Shaibu Changanani and Makironi Karidozo. Damon finds the bunker at the par 3 fourth, but it's a delightful escape from the sand for the left-handed Namibian. No problems with the par putt either. It's a 3 for 3, and Damon and Martin stretch their lead over the Zimbabwean opponents to 13 points with 14 holes to play. To the main field now, where Swellendam's Hendrik Plaim and Hein Witbooi looking to build on their opening round of 41 points. Here, Plaim produces a solid tee shot at 4. Off a 20 handicap, points are on offer here. First up though, it's partner Witbooi, who plays off a 7 handicap. After a good look, it's a smooth stroke, and he nails a par putt from distance. He doesn't stroke though, so it's only good enough for 2 points. Over to you, Hendrik, he says, with Plaim eyeing up a birdie putt and a possible 4-pointer. Not to be on this occasion, as Plaim comes up just short. Nonetheless, it's still a 3-pointer, and Plaim and Witbooi are off to a good start, adding 10 points in their first 4 holes, thanks to 2 pars from Plaim and some good dovetailing. They would eventually finish 11th overall, with a 2-run score of 80 points. Now to the chasing pack, with Durban Country Club pair Mark Angel and Larry Southwood one of the teams to watch. Angel with an outstanding tee shot on 4, giving him a great chance at birdie and a possible 4-pointer. Angel lines it up. And it's no mistake from just a few feet. Angel and Southwood signal their intentions as they move to 53 points. The men they're chasing are Peter Bierkus and Jacques Taljaard from Skuman Park. They've got off to a solid start with 7 points in their first 3 holes. Here Bierkus produces a good tee shot at 4. Bierkus and Taljaard have Yuri Yearling and Leon van der Walt snapping at their heels. But there's no birdie here for Bierkus, and he must make do with a 3 for 2. Their lead now down to just 1 point. Back to the Southern African showdown, where Damon of Namibia produces this excellent chip on the par 5/8. It's already been a good first 7 holes for Damon and Martin, with 3 3-pointers. Make that a 4th, as Damon makes no mistake with his birdie putt. Damon and Martin up to 63 points and a 14-point lead over their Zimbabwe opponents with 10 holes to play. To Southwood and Angel now, who have racked up 18 points in the first 7 holes. There's another chance for more as Southwood hits the green in regulation. It's a pretty lengthy birdie putt, but the stroke is good and the roll true, and Southwood walks it in. Boom! Before going on to high-five his partner Angel, the pair from Durban Country Club making a charge and threatening the leaders. Those leaders are no longer Bierkus and Taljaard, who come to the 8th trailing Yearling and Van der Walt by 2 points. Time to get some points back, and Bierkus goes for the green in 2 before coming up just short. It's a tricky one from the fringe, but Bierkus judges it to perfection. A lovely lag putt on 8 as he shows some nice touch round the greens. It's a certain birdie for the 5 handicapper from Skuman Park. Bierkus taps in for birdie, but the deficit remains 2 as Yearling and Van der Walt both manage 5 for 3s. All to play for on the back 9, and Taljaard and Bierkus get to the par 5 15th now 4 points behind, largely due to Yearling and Van der Walt racking up 25 points on the front 9. Taljaard onto the green in 2. The Skuman Park boys really do need an eagle here, but it's an outside chance from distance. It's not to be as Taljaard lags this attempt and makes sure the birdie. He duly taps in and the lead is down to 3 points with 3 holes to play. Make that 2 points with 2 to play as Yearling and Van der Walt start to feel the pressure. Taljaard cranks it up another notch with a great tee shot at 17. Can the pair from Oppenheimer Golf Club respond and hang on to their lead? According to Van der Walt, they can. The 22 handicapper producing this great tee shot on 17 and the perfect response. To Bierkus now, who is also in with a chance at birdie. Björkes and Taljard really do need something to go their way, but not on this occasion. A heartbreaking lip out and a rueful smile from Björkes. He knows that 2-pointers aren't good enough and duly taps in for par. Now it's Van der Wald's chance to all but wrap up victory. But he too misses, leaving himself with a little tester for par. It really is now a must-make for Taljard. But incredibly, he too lips out for birdie. And the boys from Skuman Park must think that the golfing gods are against them. That's pretty much confirmed when Van der Walt sinks his short par putt, securing the 3-pointer. And the lead is 3 with 1 hole to play. Southwood and Angel looking on with interest after closing with 88 points. Van der Walt and Yearling arrive at 18 with 90 points, and even though this is a double bogey for Van der Walt, that's good enough for victory, thanks to his 6 for 1. Taljard, meanwhile, has this putt for par and 2 putts to wrap up second place. No mistake for the big man, and that 4 for 3 ensures second spot on 90 points. All that's left is for Yearling to put the finishing touches on a dominant performance. He taps in for par, high-fives his partner and congratulates Björkes and Taljard on a hard-fought battle down the stretch. The winning score, 93 points across the 2 rounds, with Yearling and Van der Walt storming home with 48 points on day 2. That was good enough for a 3-point victory over Björkes and Taljard, with Southwood and Angel sadly missing out on a trip to Portugal by just 2 points.
I told Leon before we started playing against Jacques and Peter, we mustn't chase them. We must play our game, we must concentrate, and that's what we did. It's an amazing feeling to go through, and it's lovely. It was lovely.
What does it mean to go to Portugal and represent your country?
Well, I haven't been there, but yeah, it's an amazing feeling. It's great.
Representing South Africa?
It's great. It's wonderful. It's a big achievement.
They couldn't hold on to their lead, but second was still good enough to secure a trip to Portugal for Björkes and Taljard.
It's amazing. I think it's an honor to represent your country in Portugal, and it's going to be fun. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, amazing. I didn't expect this at all, but yeah, seeing forward to it.
The other team going to Portugal, the Namibian pair Martin and Damon, who triumphed by 16 points over their Zimbabwe opponents. 2 former footballers who now get their kicks on the golf course.
We practiced hard to come this far. We did a lot of playoffs to come this far, and for myself, first time going abroad for golf, it's been, you don't know how I feel already. I can't wait for November.
Another successful staging of the Windhoek Lager International Pairs. The 2018 International Pairs Golf Championship was proudly brought to you by Windhoek Lager.
Join us again on our next episode as we bring you golf activities happening in the country. Watch this program every Thursday at 9 p.m. and catch the repeat every Saturday at 4:30 p.m. See you there.